has quite the romantic vibe when it goes to love. I didn't want to jump to that, but that's the positive side. Even in the colors, you can see this has more life. This feels energetic and just more soothing energy-wise, whereas here we got more dark energy. Now, general, not necessarily clear on what it's talking about, but we have you here with the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords. So more than likely, there's some aspect of your life where you may be dealing with some emotional anxiety. Your feelings could be driving you crazy. You just may not understand them, or you may have something you need to express but don't know how, because the Eight of Swords can sometimes just feel a little mute, unable to see clearly, unable to speak, and just stuck. So, and looking at the love side, I'm hoping that it leans towards a positive in the sense that maybe this is just something that you want to share that's good, but you don't know how to do it. Maybe you're just having trouble expressing your feelings. Sorry to relate this kind of back to love, but I kind of see that here. Now, in other aspects, there could be someone that you're dealing with that's getting on your nerves, being the Queen of Cups, someone who's more on the emotional side. They may be very sensitive as well, and you could find yourself saying something and they just go crazy, or they say something and you're just like, why am I dealing with this again? And maybe the fact that the situation, that there's tension with someone, that could be bringing you some anxiety as well. However the case may be, on the general side, we have things ending quietly for the week. We have the Hermit here, so you're not ruffling any feathers, you're not pushing buttons more. If, it's your own feelings that are causing you some of those emotions to go out of whack a bit, then even that, you're kind of just pushing it to the side for the time being. Having some downtime, being quiet, not necessarily putting yourself, you might even take this week as more quiet for yourself. Maybe you're going to stay indoors. Maybe you're just going to do something that you enjoy, using your time, again, completely for you with that Hermit card. And then, not to drone on and on, but one other way I potentially see this, again, relating back to love, is you're kind of anxious as to where the relationship could be headed. And maybe you're thinking about it a lot. Again, maybe there's a lot of feelings. Maybe you're incredibly sensitive and feeling overly affectionate and you want to express that, but I do get the sense that you're holding back for the time being. Page of Pentacles is your center focus card. And normally I talk about that first, but this is actually what your main focus is, and it could be some, again, back and forth communications happening that is not, there's a lot of substance with the Page of Pentacles and Pentacle card in general. This could, of course, be work-related news, business news, financial news, in which case, by default, I tend to see it as positive. Like a small gift, a small token of appreciation, something good coming your way that you may find yourself focusing on as well. So, love we spoke about, but as I said, single, coupled, this looks like you're having a good time with someone. It's a strong connection. They're in an embrace here. They're not thinking about anything else but each other. And here we have the King of Cups. The Queen of Cups is on the other side here. And it's not just sexual, it's definitely emotional. There is the deep connection coming through. There's also quite a bit of communication, and there's a possibility that things this week move fast. Maybe they pick up speed. Maybe things were going really slow, and then all of a sudden it's just like, bam, things have changed. The person is opening up. You're saying things that you didn't expect to say at this point in time. You're considering traveling together. Maybe you're just talking about it, but it could be something that comes up as well. For others who are single, for instance, there is still the possibility that this could resonate. By the end of the week, you encounter someone where there is a magnetic attraction and you end up texting them quite a bit. And it's just that simple. Just a lot of how's your day, and maybe flirtatious messages. I feel like it goes beyond that, but it's fun with that energy. So I'm going to get clarification cards. Okay. Let's get one on the Page of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. There's something that I think that most likely is given to you that you want to hang on to with this Four of Pentacles. There could be some slight resistance to opening up or to revealing something on your end. Possibility for some of you. Oh, what card was that? The Hierophant wanted to come through. And that makes me think kind of back to this Four of Pentacles, where there's some part of you that's coming through as wanting to remain stoic, or just like he was thinking of a statue, not feeling like you want to express just yet. Don't know why, but it's coming through. Let's get one for the general. Stop being crazy. Okay. Take this one too. Ooh. See, this makes me think of the same thing, where there is the energy of the Tower that's about to burst, and with strength, you're like, I'm keeping this under control, keeping it under wraps, as the Hierophant, as the Four of Pentacles had made me feel. And I feel like it all has to do with some emotions that are maybe looking to burst out. Queen of Cups. Emotions, Ace of Cups. Again, this could be tying back to the possibility of a new relationship, new feelings. Wanting to definitely express those feelings, and it's kind of like seeping forth. That cup can't hold it all, and you realize that. Eight of Swords. You know, I don't think that you're walking away from someone or a long-term relationship. Maybe some of you are, whatever. But I think for the most part, that represents the fact that you're so... The anxiety could be taking over in the sense that you know what you feel, but you're like, I can't do this now. I can't say this now. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you feel like it's not the right time, or like maybe you got a little fear that you might be rejected, or you don't know how it's going to just play over. So even though those feelings could be there, you're just kind of letting things go and spending more time thinking about the situation further before you make any move. Hermit, please. And we got a good friend, the Page of Pentacles has returned. You're thinking about communication more than likely is what I feel with that Page of Pentacles. And again, this one's holding back. So it's like communication or saying something that is important, that is maybe something that's been thought about for some time, because I also associate a long, like, lengthy time with Pentacles in general. So it's been on your mind, but I think that you feel as though maybe it needs to be there in your mind for a little bit longer until you're ready to communicate something. Okay, so let's get a clarification card for the love side. Ten of Swords. What are you doing? Why? Why? Okay. Ten of Swords. This is going to be a long pause because I don't feel like this connection, this feels too nice to fixate on the Ten of Swords ruining anything. I think... Well, I'm going to say this. Some of you, this connection could be a repeat. Could be an experience that you've had before with this person or with someone previous. And there could be a fear tied to hurt here, because this guy is like looking towards, more than likely what I feel is a past experience of just shitty romantic experiences. And if you're in a partnership, maybe that your current relationship has been like difficult for a long time. There's been arguments or something has been off and you're afraid that this won't last. So that could just be something mental. Eight of Wands. And I feel like with the Devil here that you're really attracted to whatever's going on. You have, again, strong chemistry with someone. What is being shared and said, you know, lights you up. You're excited about it. You're talking about each other's likes and dislikes for sure. And it could go in the sexual sense with the Devil there for certain. King of Cups. This person is connected to something that you really want. Whether it's they represent the type of partner that you've been looking for, or this is the actual person you've been hoping for and it's starting to pan out. is pretty much what's coming through. Now, some of you have a very strong emotional desire, and that's being expressed, and that's just you also being represented by the King of Cups, who is coming through as emotionally available here. Lovers. Sun. Oh, this is happy. Okay. All right. Sun. Great, fantastic sexual connection is coming through. And again, if you look at these guys, they're seeing each other face to face, looking directly at each other. And no one's hesitating, no one's afraid. It's open, it's honest, and it's happy. They're pretty much intertwined as well. So again, a very warm, strong, inviting connection. And it could also just be incredibly intense. Lovers, Devil, Eight of Wands, fiery cards, Sun, also fiery. I think this is definitely a fear. Would you agree with that? Show me a card. You know, this person could have got a position, or basically, I almost see, and I don't like this, because I almost see someone who's getting recognition and a position of power as a result of their tactics, which hopefully is not the case. Some of you could be leaning towards someone that, oh, the moon on the moon, that would advise you for assistance, in which case that could be a magician type person, someone like a therapist, medical professional with the Magician and the Hierophant, who is assisting you in the situation, giving you advice, or listening to you as you just kind of vent freely because you need to. And again, the moon here just adds to this confused, over-emotional state. You don't understand what's happened, and you're trying to. What can you tell me about this negative energy overall, please? Magician. I feel as though, again, this person is getting away with something. And they could be tricking you by pretending, again, they're being your friend or they're reliable, and they're not. So if you feel like it resonates, just something to be aware of, especially if you get those little like feelings that maybe this person is up to something. It might be worth questioning, or at least not being too, I don't want to say not being too open to that person. Just being wary, I guess, of someone who may be appearing overly friendly, trying to get close. Five of Swords. More confusing energy, feeling like your choices, it's in the clear, heads in the clouds. You don't know what choices are available to you, and you're trying to sort that out. I don't know why I shuffled this deck. For this side, I did draw an extra card here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So the love life is actually going quite well. And there are positive changes in store. You may feel lucky. You got an additional, I think, sense of completion as well with the tens. Like reaching a very positive state in a relationship. Feeling, again, security. And I get, again, that word lucky. Feeling very lucky is coming through. So even if we don't have cup cards or things of that nature, lovers, whatnot, it does feel like the love side is changing for the better, and you feel very fortunate for this connection that you've been making. Knight of Coins. You could feel as though this connection is moving a little too slowly, though, for your taste. You may want things to just happen a bit faster than it is. Ugh. Okay. You know, this could track back to here. I don't think this has to do with love. I know the Two of Cups is there. I think this is more of a friend or someone trying to get close. I think on this side, you're in some ways distracted by what's happening here, and this person's providing comfort and security for your experience here. Like they're offsetting this energy is what I think is the case. King of Swords. Definitely have some anxieties that's basically seeping over. I feel in the love, the love side, it feels very receptive. You're connecting with someone where you share traditions, values. You may even do the same line of work. And if not necessarily the job, then it could be hobby or hobbies that you both share and can engage in together. And let's get one more overall. I think the love life is going really well. This person who is in this sign basically is very, very supportive of you and helping you while you're feeling quite stuck in this situation. Give me one overall. Overall. Nine of Cups, you have emotional fulfillment and a wish that's starting to come to fruition. So even though we have such strong negativity on the general side, I feel as though the love side or some emotional fulfillment is trumping what's going on there.